Satya wants to know about Swami Chidbhavananda. How do you come to be his student? I think it is given in my the biography.
It doesn't say too much about his life or how you came to know of him.
Oh, I say, yeah. Well, Chidbhavananda hails from, how can I say, to remember my past life. He hails from my community. And he comes from a very nice, big, comfortable family. There were a number of brothers to him. Somehow he stayed as a bachelor and he joined the Ramakrishna mission. Actually, it is Chidbhavananda's brother's son is the one whom you all saw, Mr. Subramaniam, the minister, the ex-finance minister of India. Yes, Mr. Subramaniam. And that is how that the past relationship also comes into play, and that is probably one of the other reasons. Apart from my being a Swami here, he invited me to come and inaugurate the Bhavan's anniversary day. So he became a monk in the Ramakrishna order, and then he became the head of the Ramakrishna Center near Coimbatore, a place in a high hilly place called Ooty or Nilgiris or the Blue Mountain. Yeah, Nilgiri is Blue Mountain. Yeah, it's very close to Coimbatore, about 60 miles from our birth town, Coimbatore, and there was a nice center, Ramakrishna Mission. He became the head of that center, and he was there for several years serving as the head. Then he just wanted to retire from that and be alone for a while. So he came down to a holy place called Tirupparai, which is on the banks of the holy river Kaveri. That's the biggest river in the South India. Like Ganges for north, Kaveri is for south. And he liked the riverside, so he came and he settled in the temple. He just got a small room from the temple authorities, stayed there and lived in seclusion for a while, but somehow he was not made to be in seclusion for a long time. So slowly the devotees started coming in there, and they all somehow encouraged him to have a small school and an ashram. So somebody gave a little land, and they built a small ashram with about 3 brahmacharis, the brother monks. And he called it Ramakrishna Tapovanam at Tirupparai itself. It is during that time my life also got more involved in spiritual pursuits. I was there in Palani at that time, in the holy hills of Palani. Then I wanted to get involved in more sort of the modern way of spiritual life instead of the orthodox where I was in Palani like that. So that's how I came to join Chidbhavananda. And I came there, and when I came, I became the fourth brahmachari there. That's where I got my the first pre-sannyas initiation with Chidbhavananda. That comes in the life book, I think. Then at that time, the ashram was a very, very small one. Very small. We had only about 4 rooms and a small hall in the back for the kitchen. One room for the Swamiji, one room for 2 of us, another room for 2 other brahmacharis. At the 4th room was the shrine room. That's all. And of course I stayed there for several years and worked. Then slowly things changed and wanted to experiment with more things, and I came to Madras and I stayed with Bhikshu Swamigal for studying naturopathy and things like that. And slowly went further up to the Himalayas. So now this Tirupati Ramakrishna Tapovanam has grown up into a huge educational organization. Still there are many Swamis and Brahmacharis. It became from elementary school. Actually, when I was there, elementary school, I was the warden of the residential children. It was done on the halls of the temple. You know, temple has big halls. We partitioned it with all bamboo sheets. And then we had classrooms. That's how we started that. And then it slowly developed into a high school. Then a nice high school building was put, and then it became a teachers training college. Then polytechnic. And now it has grown up into a large educational organization with so many buildings. And he is also getting really old now. He must be almost 85 or so. But still he moves around, goes, conducts retreats. Though he is old. And every time I go, I make the point to go and spend at least a little time with him, because in a way that is his request also. My wish. And sometimes I go to Trichy, the close by town, at late night, and I will be passing through Tirupati to go to Coimbatore almost midnight. He will be waiting for me to come and see me, even at midnight. So he's really a great influence on my life, and he's a very, very strict perfectarian. Boy. Yes, even in Ramakrishna Mission, the whole organization, even the headquarters, Belur Mutt, when they have the brahmacharis, now the things are changed because he is more or less doing it independently. But before, if any brahmachari, pre-sannyasi is a little wild, they will send him to Chinna Maharaj. He is known as Chinna Maharaj. They will send him to Chinna Maharaj. If he gets passed in the hands of Chinna Maharaj, he will be a wonderful sannyasi later on. Very, very strict. I think in the biography I give an example of how I swept my room, collected a little bit dust, this much, that's all, and then took the dust outside and just dusted at the other side of the fence. He was sitting there and noticed it and say, when I was returning, Sambasivam, come here. I was at that time, Swami Chaitanya. Yes, Swamiji. What were you doing there? Nothing, Swamiji. I just cleaned the thing and threw the dust. You threw the dust where? It's the other side of the fence. Oh, I see. Only this side is yours, and that side is not yours. That's all he said. He didn't say anything more. Only this side is yours, should be clean. That side, is it so? Boy. Imagine. Every minute things he will be very, very careful and even following the routine. That's it. If we don't get up early in the morning, 4 o'clock, we should be all gathering at the shrine, and we will be reciting Bhagavad Gita, and then the puja. It will go on up till 6:30. So our morning natural call should be answered even before 4 and are assembled there at the temple, 4 o'clock. If I miss even one day, because only 4 or 5 people, so it's clearly visible. We all have to do some activity. There's something to do, even the puja. So if I am not there, then others will feel the absence clearly. That's it. So stay away from the kitchen for 2 days. Very strict, very strict. If not, out, go. There's no obligation. Oh, if you don't feel like, all right, doesn't matter. Either do it or get out. That was the situation. I went through various kind of trainings, but of course I can't exercise all in the Western Hemisphere. When I crossed the equator, I forgot all that. Because things won't work here. We are all free, dumb people. So that was in a way Shivanandaji's attitude also in Rishikesh. He'll say, all right, fine. They came all the way, all right. Swami seemed to be a sort of insane fellow. Why are we keeping him? Doesn't matter. If he is here insane, better if he, instead of his being there insane outside in the world will be saved without him, so let him be here, all right. We will handle him. That is another opposite. Oh yes. Even before I went to Chidbhavananda, and I was with Sadhu Swamigal in Palani, that was another extreme. He would ask me to go at 3 o'clock midnight to the river, which is 1.5 miles away, to wash something. And if I take a lantern, he'll say, oh, I see. Oh, why a lantern? And the people say that there may be snakes at this hour. I see. Oh, your life is such sweet to you. Huh? This light is going to protect you. What about that light standing on the hill, Palani hills? Huh? Lord, think of him and go. Yeah. Another day, if I go without a lantern, you devil, at this hour, going without a light, take a light. One day, if you take a light, he'll punish you. Another day, if you don't take, he'll shout at you. And he has a big, nice wand. I think those who had come to Palani would have even seen that. Even now, the big staff, nice, heavy walking stick is there next to his portrait there. He will just, that's all, no hesitation. He will just give big blows. That is another form of ashram life. Yeah, compared to those lives that we underwent, even in Rishikesh. If we get a small hole under the stairway, we are so happy to live. Now here we have to have a separate room, a coffee percolator, a TV, own bedding, and special menu, balanced diet, morning, noon. That's all very, very different here. But one thing, by that way, we learnt a lot. We learned to bring our own senses under discipline. It's not that he couldn't afford to, but simple life. But here, you all conspired and built me a nice, beautiful place. So, well, the Swami has, so why not we also then? Yeah. You force it onto me and then say, Swami is having, we should all have. If I don't have it, if I go to live in a hut, then you cannot demand. So, put it on me and then say, that the entire spiritual life is ultimately to discipline the mind and to discipline the senses. Not that we have to hurt our bodies and minds and senses, but at the same time we shouldn't simply allow them to get spoiled. That is the thing. So I still am grateful to Chidbhavananda and great masters like them who molded me. Otherwise I was also a sort of rebel.